Good evening, guys. I am just quite hurriedly getting ready to go out. This is actually the second time so far this month, apart from going to the post office and like Tesco Express. It's the second time that I've actually left the house this month, which is terrible. The first time was for Ozzy's graduation, which was right at the beginning of the month, which was obviously a really lovely, big, momentous day, and it was just, I don't know, it was nice all round. I've never been to a graduation ceremony before, and obviously it meant a lot. Big like closing of a chapter and starting of a new one. But also little things, just being out for a meal afterwards, and also the fact that it was at the O2 or the Millennium Dome, which, I don't know, it was nice being there. I enjoyed being there just because, I don't know, we used to go there all the time, me and my friends, when we were a bit younger, just because that was like one of our nearest cinemas to go to. So it was nice just being back there, and you know, they've got loads of nice restaurants and things in there, and overall it was just a really momentous and significant day. Since then, you may have seen my like first part of November vlog. I don't blame you if you didn't watch it, because it was purely like postage related, packaging and posting out the orders for my zines. That really took over a large portion of my month so far, and since then I've just been working on a couple of commissions and also just a few video commitments that I had that are sort of piled up in the background throughout the course of October and through the start of November. So I still have a couple of videos still left to do this week pretty much. So honestly, the stress levels are still not mellowing out post Inktober. If I had to put it on a scale, I would say my anxiety has been on like a steady 8 for probably the last 3 or 4 weeks. Last month it built and built and built and kind of stayed up, so I'm hoping that once I've done these couple of videos, got that done, I'm going to take a week off, I've decided, and hopefully once all that is like out the way, I don't know, my brain can kind of just settle down, get back to normal, because after that I shouldn't have any reason to really be stressed out anymore. Today I really felt myself getting quite, kind of winding myself up a bit, so just now I decided to stop what I was doing. I still have, like I said, I think like 2 videos left to edit, 1 left to film. I was going to work on editing this evening before going out, but I decided that I would just save that for another day, maybe probably tomorrow. And just to kind of bring myself back down to more of a normal level, I sat in bed about an hour eating probably half my body weight in macaroni cheese, and I caught up on all the vlogs that I've missed out on over the last month or so. So I was watching Cat Creature, I was watching By Bun as always, and Holly Exley and Furry Little Peach as well, and that was just a really nice little time to myself, nice and relaxing, tucked up in bed. If you guys are looking for videos that will really kind of, I don't know, calm you down and transport you somewhere completely different, it just makes you feel like you're hanging out with a friend, I would definitely recommend all of them. Holly especially, I don't feel like she gets half the amount of attention on her channel that she should. She makes the most incredible, gorgeous artwork, and her videos are so well made, and she just seems so lovely. Definitely check her out if you haven't heard of her, but I will have all the people linked below that I watched today. I feel like if you enjoy vlogs, if you enjoy seeing artists making art and like their lives behind the scenes, and you know, just calm and like well produced videos, they tick all those boxes. So having done that, I felt a bit more like myself, quite pumped now to be going out, getting to see my friends for the first time in quite a while. We're heading to just a local pub. There's a pub quiz on every Thursday, and we're gonna go quizzing. I love a pub quiz. It's like my favourite thing to do, and I don't really get to go to them as often as I would like to, but apparently this is a really good one. I think the reason I love quizzes so much is just that, I don't know, I was used to being really clever at school, and like I don't know, since I left school, because I'm not really using my brain so much anymore, my intelligence level has really gone from like, I would say above average to like
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
So even though my brain has kind of turned to yogurt in the years since I left school, I do have a lot of space for useless trivia knowledge. There's a lot of like celebrity facts and all sorts in my brain. So I don't know, I love watching quiz TV shows, and going to a quiz is just the kind of next level. Obviously can't stay out too late just because, like I said, I've got a couple of videos still to work on. Tomorrow will be Friday, and then I want to spend the weekend with Ozzy just because he is starting a new job next week and we probably won't get to see each other as often as we're used to, so it'd be nice just to have that last little weekend together before our schedules get a bit jumbled up. Which kind of means that tomorrow I'm gonna have to do all that filming and editing and sort it all out, but we'll see how it goes. And then after that I am planning a week off, I think, from social media. I think my plan at the moment is to delete the social media apps from my phone because I am constantly checking them. I might only check my emails a couple of times within the week. I just want to give myself a little bit of breathing room to sort out the stuff that I, didn't get around to in the last month and a half. I'm going to do a lot of tidying and organising, I think, and just get myself back to zero, get back to square one, and carry on the rest of the month, start a new routine with like being productive, keep up the momentum that I got from Inktober, but at a much more, practical level. Right, so I'm just about on track to get there on time, but I think it's time for me to stop talking and just crack on, get my coat on and get out of the house. So I haven't filmed in a little while. If I'm being honest, it's not been the best week, and I kind of just wanted to wait until, I didn't want to come on here and whinge and moan basically, because I feel like I do that a lot, so I just wanted to wait until things had kind of blown over. But to cut a long story short, I started the week with an email from a customer, a disappointed customer, which is probably the worst type of email you can get. Now, they were disappointed not in what they received, but just the fact that they didn't receive anything at all. And that's something that happens, especially after a big batch of orders like that. Out of those 350, there are going to be some that unfortunately don't make it where they're supposed to go. That's just how the postal system works. Some things do fall through the gaps, and thankfully that person was really understanding and just completely, they accepted that it was a thing that was out of my control, and I can appreciate that, they just wanted their money back. They've been waiting for quite some time. I would like for them to actually just get what they ordered, if I can, but it turns out that this is part of like a larger problem that's starting to become a little bit worrying, just because I now have about 4 orders that have gone missing in London in this small bracket of time. 3 of those are the zines. 1 is actually a commission that I didn't ship on the same day, so that's slightly concerning that something that I sent out on a different day to the big batch of orders has also gone missing in London. But as I said, it's something that's out of my control. It's a tough pill to swallow sometimes. Obviously there's something going on, and I would love to be able to give people answers at least. People have trusted me with their money, and I can't explain it for them right now. I can't tell them what's going on because I don't know. And as understanding as people are and have been, and I really appreciate that, I do feel it, I don't want to disappoint people and I don't want to seem unprofessional. On top of that, I've also this week been back and forth every day with PayPal. If you remember in my last vlog, I did mention that PayPal had frozen my account so that I couldn't access any of the money that I earned with the zine sales and any other money that I've earned in that time. So all my Patreon payments have gone in there, and just, different commissions and other print orders have gone into that account. At the time, as frustrated as I was about it and as much of an inconvenience it was, I didn't think that it would be a huge issue. I thought that once I provided the information they wanted, we'd be back on. But it's turned out to be one of the most insane experiences. Their service has been absolutely abysmal, and having looked into it, I've discovered that this is quite a rampant thing within that company, so I will actually be making a full video about my experience with PayPal and why after this experience I will not be using them anymore. I'd be interested to know if that will affect you guys. You know, if you visit a shop online and they don't accept PayPal, does that affect whether or not you'll buy something? For the time being anyway, I am only accepting cards purely right now because I can't access my PayPal account. At the moment things are alright for me financially. And as stressful a week it's been, the thing that has helped me really has just been to be as proactive as I can, to just do whatever I can to sort things out. So every morning, every single morning, I have been calling PayPal just to make sure things are moving forward, just to kind of push them in the right direction. I've called them twice today already. I called them twice yesterday. I feel like today we are making progress. We're making more progress than we have so far. I've also called Royal Mail about the postage situation. I've visited the post office. I have submitted claims for those missing things. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the money back for them, but I will be able to at least have those looked into, just alert them to the fact that those things have gone missing and maybe start some kind of investigation on that. I've also emailed everyone else that ordered from within London around that time just to make sure that their orders are coming through, and just doing those little things helps to ease a bit of stress. It's just better for me to be doing something than worrying about it. But just in the last couple of hours or so, I decided to just kind of remind myself that worse things have happened. There's more to life than, you know, PayPal and Royal Mail, and these problems, as annoying as they are things that I will be able to solve eventually. You know, it's not the end of the world, and you know, the whole point of this week off was that I have had a lot of focus on the business side of things over the last couple of weeks, and I really wanted to just kind of take some time to focus on the art side of things, and so far this week I really haven't done that. So what I'm going to do right now is probably just stick some YouTube videos on, stick some music on, maybe a podcast, and do a little bit of painting in my sketchbook, just kind of calm myself down a bit. And I'm waiting for Ozzy to finish work, and then I'll head over to his house, spend Saturday there, just, you know, chill, completely switch off from everything, maybe go for a walk in the woods or something, spend some time with him and the cat, and then on Sunday I think I'll be ready to come back and kind of tackle things face on again. I've limited myself to 2 calls to PayPal a day, so I'm all done with PayPal for today. Oh, in other news, I did get to have one really lovely day this week where we got to dog sit a little puppy called Woody. He was 11 weeks old, a Cavapoo, I think. I mean, I don't know dogs, but he was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. He was so tiny and fluffy, and we just had so much fun running around, and he peed on my rug, but I still love him. So yeah, that's my little catch up for now, and I'm gonna crack on with a little bit of painting, hopefully get like 2 or 3 coral paintings done now before the evening.
This cleansing device, I don't know, it makes my face feel like cleaner and softer, and I just feel like my skin is better when I use that. It's high and really attractive. Cleanse on my cardigan!
Hey guys, can't believe it's December already. I'm just about to start editing this month's vlog, but I can imagine it's not going to be a great one. I don't think I have a lot of footage to put together, and just in general, obviously, have not been feeling myself this month, so I apologise if this has been such a drag to watch. I think in general, this time of year, a lot of people will start to feel kind of introspective, and maybe a bit lost, a bit disenchanted. I know I have had to kind of take a break from social media as much as I can, just at the moment feeling like I'm not cut out for it, but I decided to kind of just sort of put the camera down, got back into real life really, and just took some time to appreciate the things that I have, and, you know, spent time with friends. I went for a nice Thai meal with my friend Laura, and Wing Wednesday with Annie and Jodie. Hi Annie, by the way, I know you're watching. And yeah, just kind of grounding myself a bit in real life, and taking the time to appreciate the things that I have and how lucky I am, the friends I have, and my family and my health, and the fact that, you know, I get to do what I love every day as a living, and I have you guys, and I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate your love and support. And before we get a bit too cheesy, I thought we would end this one on a bit more of a positive, with some material items that also bring me joy. So across this month I have been sort of acquiring a few new things here and there, and I thought it'd be cool to have like a little haul at the end. So some of this stuff was sent to me, some of it is stuff that I bought myself, some of it's art related, some of it isn't. It's all a bit random, but let me know if you're interested in this kind of thing, and yeah, I'll show you what I've got. So the first thing is this t-shirt. This is by the YouTuber Nathan Z. I've never bought YouTuber merch before, and I've also never spent like £20+ on a t-shirt, but I really love him. I love his videos, I love the message that he sends out, and I feel like as far as YouTuber merch goes, there's a really great message behind this, and I love the design of it. Like, it's not just someone that's written their name on a t-shirt and is selling it to their subscribers. Like, there's something behind this, and I just love the look of it. So I'll leave links as well below to everything I can. But yeah, first thing is that t-shirt. Let's see, I also got this thing. I'm gonna do a proper video on this. This is a Prynt Pocket, I think. So you put your phone in it. You put your phone in it like this, and then you can go on their app and actually print out your photos. I haven't charged it, so I can't show you it, but like this is an example of one of the photos I've done. And then the really cool thing is, if you go on their app, you can actually scan the photo and it'll play a video of it, which is really cool. So I'm hoping to do like maybe one of my travel journal spreads to show a nice quick easy way to print pictures, but this was sent to me by that company, so thank you Prynt for that. I also got this book. This was a gift from my friend Lyndon, like a late birthday present. It's called Mindfulness and the Art of Drawing, a Creative Path to Awareness. So it ticks all the boxes for me. I'm currently reading Art and Fear, which I've mentioned a couple of times, but because I haven't had a chance to read recently, I was planning on starting that book from scratch just to refresh my memory. So before I start on that, I am going to read this one first, so I'll let you guys know what I think of it. Another book I've got, and this was sent to me by, I think, Pan Macmillan Publishers. This is the 365 Bullet Guide. It's essentially like a guide for bullet journalers, so they have, you know, different ideas for all sorts of spreads that you can do, different ways to write lists, different ways to decorate your pages. It's quite a hefty book, really nicely designed, and there are some really cool ideas in here. So if you are sort of looking into getting started with bullet journaling, this might be quite a nice thing to look at. Also, earlier on in the month, received a lovely gift from one of my viewers, Terry, who sent me this really cool palette that she uses for her gouache paintings, where you have like the little pots on the side. She said you can make your paints last like months in here, so thoughtful. Thank you so much, Terry. And she also sent a note with it, and I was reading the note. She's got really nice handwriting, and I looked on the back and realised she'd actually painted this, which I think is just so incredible. I'm going to put it with my other forest painting that I did. I think it would just go really nicely with it. But yeah, thank you Terry, so amazing. Also a really old PO box gift that I got a while ago from Christine, who won my giveaway. This was before like I had my PO box address out there, but when I sent her the prizes from the giveaway, obviously that was my return address on there, and she really kindly sent some stuff back for me, and there were quite a few things, but my favourite thing is this pencil extender, just because, I don't know, you know those gifts that are so thoughtful and so like catered for you, because basically some of you might remember my sad little pencil. She had seen that in quite a few of my videos and thought that I would benefit from a pencil extender, which I didn't even know was a thing. So thank you for that, Christine, and for all the other little bits and bobs that you sent me. Also yesterday, got a lovely letter from Whitney and this really cool bit of art that she made. Just a really thoughtful and nicely done letter, and just so nice of you to take the time to do this. So thank you so much for that. Obviously, no one has to send me anything. My PO box address is in the description below, and I do love receiving stuff from you. It's just such a lovely treat, it's such a nice bonus, but obviously you do not need to feel inclined to ever send me anything. And the last bits and bobs, just because obviously I finally got my money out of PayPal. The first thing I did was pay my mum back, but the second thing I did was have a little Amazon haul for a few new art supplies. I wanted to just do some art for fun, do something more expressive and less like thought through, so I bought some new supplies. Well, the first thing I bought was, don't judge me, these trainers, hang on, which light up. in lots of different colours. These are actually a birthday present for my sister. When's this video going out? She is turning, look at that, she's turning 27 this weekend, and this is what she wanted. So yeah, I got these for her. And then for some fun art experiments, I got 10 of these canvas boards, just square canvas boards. I got some gesso to prime them. This is the Winsor & Newton Galleria gesso primer. And then I got a few different colours of acrylic paint. So I got a white, I got a black, I got matte rosewood, which is a nice pink. I wanted to make some art for my room, so I wanted to get some colours that I felt would go quite nicely in here. And I also got this Hooker's green, because I thought that that would go quite nicely. If it was lightened up, it could go quite nicely in here as well. And I got some I'm gonna say Talocyanine Emerald. I'm not even sure why I got this one, but basically just like a nice blue-green. So a few acrylic paints, not that many. They're all Pebeo brand, just because they're quite cheap, and this is all a bit experimental. I also got some fluid medium to go with the acrylic paints. And then this is where things get a bit interesting, and my patrons will know what this is for. And I feel like a few people watching will probably be able to figure it out. Let me know in the comments if you know what kind of paintings I'm going to be doing. So I've got some cups in different sizes, that might give it away. Also got some funnels, because I saw someone using some funnels for this kind of painting. And then I have got some Carbosonic treadmill oil and a syringe. So hopefully I'll do some of that either later today or tomorrow. I'll probably make a video on it just so you can see what I'm doing with it all, and let me know in the comments below if you have figured out what type of painting it will be. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. I hope you had a great November, and I will see you soon for the next video. Bye.